been walking with my face turned to the sun. Weight on my shoulders, a bullet in my gun. Oh, I got eyes in the back of my head, just in case I have to run. I do what I can when I can, while I can for my people. While the clouds roll back and the stars fill the night, that's when I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. Can you hear free?
Let's think about it seriously. Pay attention to the work, see what they're trying to say, what they're trying to express, what they're trying to highlight. It's important. And it's important for us historically, going forward in this world we're living in right now. And we need the help of each other. So we don't have to go back 50 years or 100 years or 200 years to find some injustice. We got it happening right now at the border for our Haitian community. Evanston has a large, strong Haitian community. And so we're gonna have Jude Laude, who's a former school board member here, who's from the Haitian community here. He's gonna speak for a few minutes about what's going on and what needs to take place and how they need help. And so there's a silent auction going on. I put up a piece, Black Lives Matter piece, a painting of Alicia Garza, who was one of the founding members of the Black Lives Matter movement, and in honor of her, and in honor of people of color, and what needs to take place. That's up for auction, and I hope you all will be able to bid, because the proceeds will go to the Haitian community that's trying to get help at the border right now. And I'm not gonna, keep talking up here, but Jude is gonna come up and speak on that and hopefully give us a few golden tones of that voice he has, and we'll finish it out. But everybody look as much as you can at all of the work. It's very versatile. All the artists are versatile. I'm proud of this show, and I want everybody to know about it.
Our existence here on this earth. Just breaking it down to the basic components. It's very simple, yet so complicated, because we're human. So, Haiti's struggle for its humanity and for its freedom has been an issue of distribution of wealth, power, and resources. And if you look at world history, now, let me qualify that. If you look at history from the enslavement period, it's definitely about that. But I think it's so important to recognize that African peoples have been in North America far beyond that, before that, and help to people this land. That's another story for another day, and I'd like to thank my sister, Malika Gardner, and all those who were involved in the effort to pass legislation to teach pre-enslavement Black history. That's so important because we played a part. There's a book called "They Came Before Columbus" by Ivan Van Sertima. I I would refer you to that bit of research. There's so much more that talk about the contributions of Africans all over the world, in the peopling of the world, and definitely here in North America. So, as it relates to Haiti, yes, there were Africans that were here pre-Columbian period, but when we're talking about the island of Haiti, as we know it today, it's during the enslavement period where enslavement was happening to enrich a group of people on the backs of others. And we have to be totally honest about that, because the truth never goes away. So the powers that be have had an issue with Haiti from the beginning. So in 1799, the shots were fired for the freedom of the enslaved people on the island of Haiti. It was a 13-year protracted wars, which changed world events. Those who were enslaved had had enough. And they decided that it was either liberty or death. They had had enough. So, after ultimately winning the battle against all of the world powers at the time, principally France, it was a colony of France, England, Spain, Germany was involved. Everybody was vying for the most profitable colony of France at the time. And Haiti's production outweighed all of the other colonies combined at the time. So we declared ourselves free after a 13-year protracted war, led by Toussaint Louverture, who was the father of our independence, and but Dessalines got us across the line after Toussaint was sent away to a dungeon in France. Under the pretext of going on a ship to sign a treaty. So they thought, but he said, you may cut the tree, but the roots shall continue to rise. So the revolution continued. And Jean-Jacques Dessalines got us across the line. The United States did not recognize us for almost 70 years after that event. Mind you, we fought in the American Revolution. There is a memorial in Savannah, Georgia, to commemorate our contribution to the independence of this nation. Yet we would not recognize Haiti for 70 years afterwards. In the 1930s, the US, the European powers came back in and occupied Haiti. Changed the Haitian Constitution. They outlawed Vodou, which is the belief system that we came with, which was a significant part in us overcoming the colonial powers. Our system of our economy was changed from being gold-based. The gold was taken out of Haiti. And we were no longer based on the precious metals that were found in Haiti, which began the destabilization of the island. Now, another key factor, probably the major factor that helped to destabilize Haiti, which impacts what we're seeing today, was the U.S. put pressure on Haiti to pay indemnities to France for freeing themselves. Which in today's economy was worth billions of dollars. And for over 100 years, we paid that debt. So we need to inform ourselves on the truth. And I look at everyone here, and everyone here is meant to be here at this moment in time because the arts brought us here. And the arts have always been a reflection of the story of the people. We have never had arts disassociated from revolutions. So the arts has always been a vehicle to tell the story and pass the message of upliftment. So I really commend you all for being in tune with the arts, because the arts is on a metaphysical level. It speaks a language beyond our insecurities. Art speaks a language beyond our fears. Art speaks a language of oneness. We can all gather around arts. And the arts helps us to remember. So when we remember that we are beyond our failings, that is a significant step in trying to heal and repair all the harm that we have done to each other. So I want to thank you, Ms. Joy, because this room should be filled tonight. And I want to pledge to do all I can to cause a reemergence and a renaissance of the arts here in this town. They say all politics are local. I can talk about the world, but I'll try to do what I can to support you right here in our fair community. So, some people have said that we're here on this earth to develop good character as individuals. And I submit to you, the more we do that, the better world we have, one person at a time. One person at a time. I would also submit to you that those of you who have the sensibility to feel when wrong has been done, that you also gather when wrong has been done for the greater good. My mother will be 92 years old, bless her heart, in December. My lovely wife, Kim Mahalo Day, when she turned 91 last year, asked her, she's full of vitality, my mother. I have a hard time keeping up with her sometimes. I wish she were here tonight. But she's in Ohio. Proof positive. She's moving around. She has energy. Kim asked her, what is the secret to your thirst for life and your vitality? And I was expecting a long list of to-dos because I have some sense of my mother's history. I've never walked in her shoes though, but I have some sense of it. However, there was no long list. And this was a conversation I was having with my wife. My mother said, The key is to receive and give as much love as you can while you're here. And I think that's the greatest language that we can speak while here, because it all puts us on equal footing. I don't have to have generational wealth to love and be loved. I don't have to have a title to love and be loved. And what would it look like if we looked at people based on the love that they gave? If when we met someone, we didn't say, "What do you do?" but "Who are you from? Where are you from? Where's your village? Where's your water? Where's your mountain?" Here would be Lake Michigan, and maybe Mount Trashmore. That's my mountain. You know what I'm saying? But it's a mindset shift, and we can definitely do it as humans. We can do it. And art is a powerful tool to guide us. It holds generational information. It holds our hopes. It holds our fears. All of that. It tells our story. Art is a powerful tool. So thank you all for being here this evening. And thank you for being human enough to lending an ear to the suffering of others. This evening, I'm here to talk about the suffering of Haitians. There are others suffering. Let us take the high road to be human. When we feel that we're comfortable, let us remind ourselves that there are others in this moment that are not comfortable. There are others that are sleeping in tents in the midst of a tropical storm, like what happened in Haiti following the earthquake. There are others, when they reach our borders, who are met with disdain and are treated savagely. It's not a good look for us. We're better than that. We're better than that. I love you all. Dio ma pantre dans la cour, personne pas répond. Moi Dio n'a personne pas répond. Comment nous y là? Comment nous y là? N'a pas entré dans la cour, personne pas répond. Entré n'a pas entré dans la cour, entré n'a pas entré dans la cour, entré n'a pas entré dans la cour, entré n'a pas entré dans la cour. Dans ma langue d'eau, c'est bon, c'est bon. Aïda wedo, c'est bon, c'est bon. Les mamans te choix, moi c'est mon cas crié. Dans ma langue d'eau, c'est bon, c'est bon. Aïda wedo, c'est bon, c'est bon. Les mamans te choix, moi j'ai mon cas crié. When I get on my horse, there will be people that cry. You don't appreciate me now, but in our culture, when I get on my horse, it's like when I make my transition. So I want you all to remember, and I want myself to remember, let's not wait for when people get on their horse and ride off to the sunset to start appreciating them. See their humanity now. Hear their voice now. Feel their pain now. Peace and love.